A few minutes ago, I unboxed this, a Samsung Galaxy S4 here at T-Mobile's headquarters, and I'm joined again by Des, who is the Senior Product Manager for Android deployment across T-Mobile, and generally a smartphone geek, so he's a good person to know. People have been asking, even though I just got my hands on the Galaxy S4, they wanted to know the differences between the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Samsung Galaxy S4. And I know, yes, it's going to be a different phone. There are going to be some upgraded components to it, so...
Sure. I mean, so as you hold them both, you'll notice they both have about the same width.
Right.
They're about the same length. The S4 is a little thinner and a little bit lighter. And you'll feel the construction's a little bit more solid construction. They're both great devices. The nice thing about S4 is this just kind of takes it up a notch from an already really great device in the Galaxy S3. So you're looking at 1080p screen versus 720. So of course the S4's 1080p. 8 megapixel camera versus the new 13 megapixel camera on the S4. Bigger battery. LTE speeds. We talked about LTE a little bit in the unboxing, right? So LTE speed versus our 4G speeds, which are still great on Galaxy S3.
You know, I think my eye definitely sees smaller differences, but I don't think the average user is going to necessarily see them. Say, for example, the button is in a slightly different position on
Sure.
the...
Sure.
It's so minor. I know. Well, even looking at a side profile, it seems that the plastic back on the S3 is a bit more tapered, has a curve to it.
Has a little bit more of a curve, right?
Compared to the S4. The volume rocker switch on the S3 is also... seems to be about the same length. No, a little shorter, and also further down. Details that only I would ever see. And then on the back, I see there's this a grill. Is that a speaker then?
That's just a hole for the speaker.
Okay, on the back.
And you'll notice it's got a little bump so that even if you lay the phone flat on a table, you'd actually have a little porting so that you don't lose the sound that you're looking for.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. So there's a little nub, the bump right there, or a couple of them. No, it's just one right in between the speaker grill, so that the sound doesn't go flat on the desk. That's pretty smart engineering, I'd say.
So you'll see up on the top, 3.5 millimeter jack, and you'll notice another small little dot up there, and that is a integrated infrared remote control port. So we'll be playing with the TV behind us here in a couple minutes to show that off.
Oh, cool. That'll be as a part of my initial impressions video. So, faster processor, bigger battery, better camera,
and the cool thing about the camera, for instance, though, is Samsung makes the Galaxy camera.
Right.
And so with GS3, you had a really good camera phone. In this particular case, they've essentially taken that interface from Galaxy camera and those great features and put it inside your GS4. So with GS4, you really have a camera interface on your phone. So cool features, HDR, really fast, burst shot mode, all kinds of, there's action shot. There's a really cool one called Sound and Shot, where you take a picture and then it includes up to 9 seconds of audio with it. You can send it over email to other Samsung users. It's pretty cool.
That's neat.
There's a fun little commercial where a guy goes out on a trip through Europe and sends his mom all these great photos with a little bit of audio attached to them. So she can hear the bells of the chapel, things like that. It's pretty cool. Lots of fun features in there.
And I think we certainly, or if we didn't mention this, the biggest difference I think I would see between these two devices would be the screen. I mean, that's you're looking at this thing. That's what you use your smartphone for, right? It's the screen.
We went to a college graduation this weekend of a family friend, and one of the dads there kept looking at my S4, and he's like, "Oh my God, that screen!" And it just got to the point where it was the running joke every time he'd say, "Oh my God, that screen!" I was like, "I don't even have the phone with me right now." So
but people remember the screen.
Absolutely.
So there are definitely some differences, and I think that's Samsung's biggest challenge is how do they move customers who love the Samsung Galaxy S3, and there are customers who love the Samsung Galaxy S3. How do they get them to upgrade without they can't change too much? And that's what I understand that they just can't change that much, and they just have to evolve it.
Yeah, I think they refined it. They took everything kind of to 11. And then they imported some great features. Remember when we did Galaxy Note, we were talking about Hover and AirView? Well,
yeah, they brought that over.
AirView is now in GS4, but instead of a pen, it's with your finger, right?
You just hover over it, and then
you get little
larger
quick
thumbnails
highlights.
or previews. Yeah, it's a fantastic software feature. And again, I think that's probably beyond the hardware. One of Samsung's biggest strengths is bolstering software experience and trying to make it good for the user.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so feature rich at this point. So there's great basic features, if you will, camera, user interface, things like that. Just the TouchWiz we were talking
Yep.
about earlier.
And
Just the great interface. Right?
Android 4.22 out of the box.
Yep, out of the box. Right.
Yep. So,
and then you add all these great features. There's one that I use called S Health, which is like a little pedometer, and you can track food and things like that. And so
I didn't know that.
Since the phone's on you all the time, it's tracking how many steps I'm taking per day. Right.
Nice.
We'll play with Watch On in a couple minutes, which will show you content, and then using that infrared remote we showed, change the channel. You know, when you look for things nowadays, you don't look for the old static channel guide. I mean, well, let's put it this way: you have to, because that's
Right.
what your cable or your dish provider give you, is this horrible text-based thing. But with Watch On, you can actually see, like, if you're a Seinfeld fan, you'd see the Seinfeld icon, right?
I am a Seinfeld
right?
fan.
And so you see content that you recognize, and you say, "I want to watch it," and it happens.
That's on the S4?
That's on S4.
Okay, so if you guys do not understand that there is a difference between Samsung Galaxy S3 and S4 by now, well, you need to rewind and listen to this video again. I'm about to do my initial impressions booting up the Samsung Galaxy S4 for the first time, and we'll also be doing a couple other videos, including talking about comparing the Samsung Galaxy S4 to the HTC One, so watch those videos. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.